Okay, and we are recording, and we're going to get started. Yes, I've got somebody that records it. Andy, I appreciate you, buddy. All right, guys, I want to welcome everybody to the training. We are filling up once again very fast. I highly recommend that if you get on late, you start getting here maybe 5 minutes early. Over this next several weeks, we are going to roll. We're not going to slow down a bit. We got a lot to go over. We are getting ready to get deep and hard into sales. And if you will take notes and you will listen to what I say, and you will learn from what I tell you and teach you, I can guarantee you that you will increase your sales. Without question at all, when you understand what sales really are, you will increase your sales. But for those that are here tonight, I want to thank you for showing up and coming out. And for those that missed tonight, they're going to miss probably one of the best trainings they've ever had. Over the next several weeks, I highly encourage you to talk the training up in the Facebook group so that people will come, because this is what everyone needs. And we're going to roll right along here. I'm going to fly through these screens. If you have not joined our YouTube channel, join us at youtube.com/Instant App Wizard. That's where all of our trainings are uploaded to first. And like us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Instant App Wizard. Also, if you did not get your text reminder, I recommend that you sign up for text, just like we do every week. Someone's going to text me in a minute. Are we having training? Text app call, APPCALL, to 727-478-1343. And let's see, that's in there twice. How about our Facebook page, our Facebook group? Join our Facebook group if you would. There's a lot of stuff that comes on there. And Facebook.com/groups/Instant App Wizard, and a lot of suggestions and ideas come in. We're going to go right into this, and I'm going to show you something new in the platform at the end of training. So I'm going to try to stop about 5 minutes till. We talked about, do you know how to sell the product? And we're going to jump right into the product, what our product is, what you need to be selling, and who you need to be selling it to. And we're going to start combining all those things so that you understand exactly what you are. Now, some of you have a few added products that you have. But if you will take the basic knowledge and the basic information that I'm about to give you over this next several weeks, and you will combine it together and you will put it together and put your package together around what I'm talking about, you will increase your sales, you will increase your income significantly. And the reason I know that is because everything I'm about to tell you is the crutch of your business. If you don't have and do not sell what I'm talking about, I can guarantee you that you're going to strangle your business and it's not going to be around very long. You've got to understand your customers' needs. And we're going to go deep into sales psychology tonight. And we're going to teach you about the people, what they want and what they need and what triggers them to actually buy. Okay? And in sales lingo, that's called their want, their need, and their DBM, or their dominant buying motive. What triggers them to say yes? What makes them want, salivating at the mouth, exactly what you have? And your job is to fulfill their needs and give them what they need and help them get exactly what they want. Now, in our business, what are we doing? What are we trying to do to help these people? What is our main motive when we walk into a customer to do for them? What are we there for? Anybody can answer. I like that. Share, cure what ails them, grow their business, give them what they want, solve their problems, get them more customers that come more often and spend more money. And all of you are correct. And I'm telling you, listen to what I'm fixing to say. If you will go in and understand what some of you are posting there, and obviously you folks that are posting do understand, if you'll understand that and do that, our platform will do every single bit of that for them. Every bit of it. We have the technology that they need to do exactly what I just said. And we're going to be able to help them get what they want in any business. And I've had a few people say, oh, I don't need any more business. I got all I would tell you what, any fool that says that won't be in business long. And when you're talking to them, you need to be straight up as their consultant and look them straight in the face, and you need to tell them, you know what, Jim? I just want you to know, any fool that believes that statement you just said will not be in business very long. And the reason you need to tell that, and I'll be honest with you, my mom tells me all the time, she said, Kerry, you're the hardest-hearted person I know. You're there to be honest. You're not there to pander. You're not there to pretend. You're not there to make them feel good. You're there for one specific reason, and that's to do exactly what it says. Give them what they need and help them get what they want. And if they don't understand what their need is, and they don't understand what you can give them to fulfill that, then they're ignorant to the reason you're there, okay? And you have to make sure, and you have to be very straightforward as a consultant. You know, we're not out there to really sell anything. We're out there to solve problems. And that's what you're there to do. And as we talk about sales, we're going to talk about, and I talk to my salespeople about this all the time, filling the funnel so the good is weeded out. I mean, the bad is weeded out and the good drips out the bottom. I was cooking last night, and I had to use a funnel, and I was pouring some oil, and I had to use that little funnel, and it made me think, you know what? This is really what sales is all about. Filling up that funnel and allowing everything to drip out of the bottom and make us money. And we're going to talk about that too as we get into this. But let's keep rolling on. The number one tool in your toolbox, the number one tool in your toolbox is the marketing platform. Every single thing you sell should surround that marketing platform. Everything. And as you all see, and I hope you sign up for this new course I've got coming out. It was going to come out today, and my WordPress server completely crashed. I mean, my WordPress program completely crashed because of WP Super Cache. It had a glitch in it and a bug. Fortunately, they fixed that, but it wiped my WordPress site completely out. So thank you, Kenny Dutton, who helped me bring everything back up and what we were testing. But that course is coming out tomorrow. If you have not signed up for it, you need to sign up for it, because I want to go deep into with that too. And that's going to complement what we're doing here on Wednesday nights. But the marketing platform is the center of your universe. You should build your entire business around the marketing platform, not the mobile app. The mobile app is one of those things that is a branch of the marketing platform. So you need to understand that. So as we go into this training, I want you to forget about the mobile app completely. I don't want you to think about it. You're not in the mobile app business. You're in the marketing business. You are in the building business. You are in whatever you want to call it. You're there to stuff a bunch of people in a suitcase and shake it all around, and those that are going to buy are going to fall out, and those that aren't, you're going to send them back where they came from. And eventually what you hope is that they jump back in the suitcase and they shake themselves around and realize that what you have is exactly what they need to fulfill their wants, and it fixes all of their problems. But the marketing platform is the center of your universe. And until you start thinking like that, you're going to have trouble keeping your clients. You're going to have trouble keeping those customers year after year. We talked about it last week. It doesn't take but a handful of customers to make $100,000 a year if you build everything around the marketing platform. Okay? Everything around the marketing platform. How you doing, Chris? It's good to see you, buddy. Hey, better late than never. Let's talk about a couple of things real quick. And you guys hear me talking about authority a lot now. And that's one of my big bywords now, authority. We are the authority in marketing. We are the authority in apps. We are the authority in Facebook. We are the authority in Twitter. We're the authority in email marketing, and we're the authority in text message marketing. And we're definitely the authority in mobile marketing, which encompasses all of those things. Somebody said I'm talking too fast, but I got a lot to cover, so you can watch the replay. We are the authority, okay? And I know, and I'm going to show you in just a second, but you need to use and sell the authority sites. Why do we need to sell Facebook and Twitter? Why does our customers need to understand Facebook and Twitter? And if they don't have that, you guys are passing up a huge opportunity to make a ton of money, upwards to $200 to $300, just building these two sites, which takes you literally 10 minutes, okay? You can have these two sites built in 10 minutes. That's right. It's a part of the marketing platform. This is a part of the marketing platform. These are the two key components of the marketing platform. Authority sites, Facebook and Twitter. I think somebody said last week Facebook's number 2, Facebook was number 3, YouTube was number 2, Google was number 1, and Twitter's number 8 on the Alexa account. These are huge sites in the world. The number 1 sites in the world. Okay? How many of you watched, did any of you watch the NCAA finals on their computer at all? Did anybody? I've got some screenshots and I'm going to show them next week. On the bottom of the screen, there were 2 buttons. There were 2 buttons that Coca-Cola asked you to do. Can you imagine what those 2 buttons would have been? Can you think of what those 2 buttons would have been that was on the screen, on the computer screen, if you was watching it online? Can you imagine what those 2 buttons are? Coca-Cola. Tweet or like. Absolutely. Twitter and Facebook. Absolutely. And I took screenshots of that because I wanted to prove. A lot of people think, well, Kerry just talks to talk. But I'm going to tell you something. Coca-Cola would not do that if that wasn't important to their business. Can you imagine going into a mom and pop and saying, let me tell you something. Let me show you these 2 screenshots. Did you know you have the same marketing capability as Coca-Cola? The same power as Coca-Cola to market to your clients? Do you realize you have that power with these 2 authority sites? And if you don't explain that to them, if you don't talk to them and let them know that, hey, we have the power right here in the palm of our hands, and I'm going to transfer that power to you, and I'm going to allow you to teach you and show you, and you need to sit down and do the same thing with them that I'm doing with you. If you go in and spend 15 minutes with a customer, shame on you, you just screwed him. Because you did not give him everything he needs to be successful. You gave him a small piece of the pie. It's like, I remember my grandmother, she was terrible. I loved her to death, but she was terrible. I used to like to eat cookie dough. And I would walk in the kitchen and she would give me just a small little taste of cookie dough. And I wanted it so bad I couldn't stand it. And I had to wait till the cookies were cooked. Well, I didn't want the cookies, I wanted the cookie dough. And that's what you're doing with your clients. You're giving them a taste of the cookie dough, and they want the whole bowl. But you just cheated them. You cheated your own customers by not saying, hey, listen, we need to spend a few hours together over the next month or so I can educate you and teach you. You need to do the same thing for them that I do for you on Wednesday nights, especially this next several weeks. That's why we're doing this. I'm teaching you exactly what you need to do with your clients. And Facebook and Twitter, you need to shove it down their throats until they eat it every single day and they understand every time they spit it out, it does something for them. Twitter and Facebook. And push technology. I get so tired of arguing with people over push technology. People don't know what push technology is. They think because they download an app and they get this little signal, which drives me crazy, that's why I turn mine off, that's the only push technology out there. I hate to tell you folks, but the first push technology ever in the history of push technology was email. We would get an email in and we would send an email out. And then where did email go? What was the big transformation in email that made it automated? Anybody know? Where did email evolve to? Autoresponders, absolutely. Autoresponders was the first true push technology out there that was automated. At first, it was you send me an email, you ask me a question, I respond, and you get the answer. Or if something changed, I had your email and I sent that response out. It's not that little thing that you get on your phone when you download 15 apps and they're trying to sell you something that you eventually turn off. Then came SMS, okay? Now, when SMS first came out, guess what? It wasn't automated either. It was just you text me, I'll text you, okay? It was kind of like email. It had to start and go somewhere. But now what has evolved with SMS? Auto response answers. This is the greatest push technology out there. And there's not a person, the thousands of people that I talk to every single month through video and through all the trainings I do, there's not one person out there that can tell me that that's not push technology. And I want to tell you why. Whoops. Where did I go? Here it is right here. Let me get back up here real quick. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay? So push technology. And then we have the mobile app, which the mobile app ties everything into the marketing platform. That's all the tools that you need. That's the only thing you need to be selling. Facebook and Twitter, email and text, your mobile app, and the marketing platform. Why do you want to sell those 5 things? Actually, 6 things. Why do you want to sell that? Anybody? Because that's what we have. That's what we do. Yeah, everything's associated. That's the word I was looking for. Everything is associated. Everything is tied together. Okay? That entire, everything I just showed you is tied together in one platform. Okay? Facebook number 3, Twitter number 8. Mobile marketing, we already know that's where the world's going because Facebook, has anybody looked at Facebook lately and saw that they are pushing sell your apps through your mobile phone? Does everybody see that every single day like I do? They want you to advertise your apps through their market, through their system. Absolutely. You can advertise your apps through their system. Okay? Yeah, Twitter, yeah, you can get on Twitter too. Everything is going mobile. Who just told us that mobile is the greatest technology in the world? Who just told us that? The number 1 site in the world, Google. That's right. And how did they tell us? They said, you either get mobile or you're going to get penalized. They control everything. And let me tell you something. When Google says you better go mobile, you better go mobile. Okay? You better go mobile. Now let's look at something real quick. And I see this talked about a lot. Okay? Boy, my clients want a website. And I know some of you build websites, and I'm glad. I've built them for years. I used to build them by code and started off when I had to figure out how to build them from code back in 1998. And they didn't have no WYSIWYG programs, so you just put together stuff. And I sold websites, 2-page, 3-page websites for $4,000 to $5,000 a piece. And they were basically text. And I learned how to do a couple of graphics, throw some graphics on there, and charge them for that too. Okay? Now you can't sell websites, but maybe $500 to $1,000. You don't need to be in the website business. Authority sites are going to wind up, and some of you may be SEO specialists. You may be the greatest SEO specialist in the world, and I hope you are, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to get any better SEO than Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. It's the best SEO out there. Why? Because they're going to make sure that those sites show up on the first page. I can guarantee it. All right? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, you know, if your customers want a website and they don't have Facebook and Twitter, that's what you need to sell them. You don't need to sell them a website. Now, if they're just adamant about it and you don't know how to build one, find someone in a Facebook group. But this right here is what you need to be selling. Because this is where you're going to make your money. I want to tell you right now, you ain't going to make no money selling no websites because you're going to have to maintain that sucker. All they're going to do is complain about it. I built my last website about a month ago. I'll never sell another website. I get tired of going there and making changes and then asking for 50 to 100 bucks for the change and them saying, well, I'm not going to pay that. Then I take their site down and then they complain and complain. I'm tired of my phone ringing. So you know what? I'm not in the website business anymore. If they want something, I explain to them that Facebook and Twitter is the way to go. Okay? Is the way to go. And that's what I sell them on. And that right there is 400 bucks. And once you build it, you never have to do anything else with it. You don't have to SEO it. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to maintain it. You don't have to do anything. And show them how to use it. To sell one of these without the other is committing marketing suicide for your business. You're cutting your throat. I'm going to tell you now, and I say it every single week. Every single week. If you are not tying the marketing platform and these tools into that mobile app when you sell it, good luck. Because you're not going to keep that customer very long. And the reason I know that is I've got a 3-year track record of talking to people, and talking to people, and I know exactly what happens every year on their anniversary. I know. It happens every single year. And I've said it 1,000 times. They call me up. They say, I can't believe this happened. I look on their site, and guess what? They don't have anything. You know, nothing. The first thing I look at when people start telling me how that they're losing people, and I say, well, are you selling them texting and the marketing platform? And they say, well, I can't sell texting. What's the first thing Carrie does? Carrie goes into the platform and sees if they have texting. And I'm going to tell you right now, if they don't, it ends the conversation. It's over. It's done. Over and done. I have nothing else to say if that person doesn't have texting. I had someone ask me the other day, said, well, what do I need texting for? I'm not going to use it. What do you mean? You need to be demoing that, okay? If you sell one of these without the other, you are literally committing marketing suicide for your business. You might as well be what was the guys that flew the Zeros into the boats and killed themselves for Japan? What were the kamikazes? You might as well be a kamikaze because that's what you're doing. You're flying that plane into that boat and it's going to explode and you're done. Sell one without the other is committing marketing suicide for your business. Y'all need to plaster this on your mirror. Andy said that's what he drinks is a kamikaze. To sell one without the other is committing marketing suicide for your business. Let's talk about push technology. You need to understand your products, and you need to understand them very well. Product knowledge is the majority of selling. I've got a very good friend, very, very close friend. He probably has 100 membership sites, and he has guys that write ebooks and stuff for him for growing trees and weight loss and all kind of stuff. I mean, it's just a wide array. And he does seminars, and he'll go out and do a seminar on weight loss. And I asked him one day, I said, let me ask you, how do you know all this stuff? He said, you know what? He said, I will be honest with you, Kerry. He said, I really don't know anything. He said, I read, I stand on the stage, and I transfer what I read to the people that are sitting there. He said, but this is all you have to know to be smarter than the next guy. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And you're the most intelligent person in the room. You don't have to be the star expert and understand the internal workings of email and the internal workings of text messaging. You have to understand what it does and be able to convey that and transfer that to the person you're talking to. And you do that by understanding what their needs are and what they want. And you take the knowledge that you have, you wrap it in a bundle, and you present it to them so that they understand it and so that they buy from you. That's why you do that. No other reason. That's why you do that. So push technology, if they say, well, do you have push technology? Absolutely, sir. We have the finest push technology in the world. How does it work? Well, sir, we have SMS. No, I'm talking about the other kind of push technology. Sir, why would you want that? Why would you want that kind of technology that everybody turns off? Because, sir, this is what you need to understand. Text messages are read within 90 seconds. Emails read within 24 to 48 hours. Push technology, you've got about 15 of them backed up on your phone if you haven't turned it off yet, because most people don't know how to turn it off. You got 15 notices backed up on your phone, every single app out there trying to sell you something. Why would you want to get bundled up with that crap? I understand what you're saying. Sir, I want to give you the highest grade of push technology there is out there. I want to give you the push technology that your clients are actually going to read, and so that you can actually communicate with them what you're trying to do. Now, do you not think if you tell them that, if you take that right there and spin that like I did and put that in that bundle and show him exactly what you've got, do you not think that's going to take him away from, because I guarantee you, ask them, do they have their push technology turned on? I bet they don't. If you download games and you play games on your phone, which I do every now and then, and I take them off so fast because I cannot stand that push technology, because they're wanting you to buy more coins or they're wanting you to buy something. When I get a text, I always read it. I don't turn it off. So push technology, we have the best push technology out there, and you have to understand that. How many of you believe? And be honest, don't BS me, because this is truth and dare time, okay? Be honest with me. How many of you believe that email marketing and text message marketing is the greatest push technology in the world? How many of you truly believe that? If you don't, say you don't believe it, okay? If you say you don't, please say you don't. And some of you are probably saying that because of what I just said, but it's true. It's true. There is no better. And if you don't convey that to your customers, they'll never understand it. Because to them, push technology is what? What they get when they sign up for a game. This is the definition of push technology. Push or server push, and I want you to notice this doesn't say a stinking thing about an app, okay? Push or server push describes a style of internet-based communication where the request for a given transaction is initiated by the publisher or central server. It is contrasted with pull or get, where the request for the transmission of information is initiated by the receiver or the client. Did that say absolutely anything about a mobile app? Anything? No. It's talking about the interaction between a person and or technology and technology. Sending something and receiving something at an automated pace through what? Internet-based communication. Didn't say absolutely anything, okay? Anything about a mobile app. Nothing. So that's the way you get people off of push technology real quick. You have to educate them, on what push technology truly is. We're back to this question, and we're fixing to get deep into sales, guys. You need to get you some pencils and papers. I'm fixing to teach you in the next 3 to 4 or 5 weeks more about sales than you'll probably ever learn in your entire life. We're going to go through psychology. We're going to go through understanding people. We're going to go through reciprocity. We're going to understand what the anatomy of sales truly is. You have to understand your customers' want. You have to understand their need. And you have to understand their DBM, or their dominant buying motive, which is that trigger that you touch. It's kind of like a nerve, okay? Everybody, we've all said this, especially if you got kids, they're getting on my last nerve, okay? When it comes to sales, you have to understand what your customer's last nerve is, because that's the one you want to touch that makes him say yes. That's his dominant buying motive. That's his DBM. You know what his want is? You know what his need is? Now you have to reach up there and touch that nerve that makes him say, I got to have this. I've got to have this. There's no question. I have got to have this. And when you can do that on a consistent basis, you will close more sales. You'll probably close every sale. Now you're going to have I'm trying to think of a nice word. You're going to have a customer every now and then that's not very intelligent. And he knows everything more than you do, and you're not going to close him. Put him back in that suitcase I was talking about, take him back home, shove him in your funnel, and hope that he works his way out the bottom of the drip. Until that happens, you ain't never going to sell him. It ain't going to happen. You're not going to sell him, okay? So that's what you do. You stuff him back in the old suitcase, take him back to the house, put him in the funnel, and one day he will drip out. Why is he going to drip out? Because the worst case scenario, you put him on your text message list, didn't you? Or you put him on your email list, didn't you? So that you can build your marketing platform up, so that you can build your customer base up, so that you can market to them continuously, right? Because that's what we're going to do. I mean, you've got to do the same thing that we want our customers to do. Hey, John, I tell you what, I know you're not interested today, but I sure would like to help get you educated on where technology is going. And so do you mind if I just put your phone number in here real quick? And I want to send you a text message, and I want to send you an email, and I want you to sign up for our training program. Don't tell him you want to get on the text list. Don't tell him you want to get him on your training program. I think it was Ryan Fristo that put together a little training video for his customers. Okay? What a genius idea that is. Why not do that? Why not do that? So I tell you what, Jim, can we at least agree on that? I'd sure like to send you some more information. Well, yeah, that's no problem. See, now you've not lost him, right? You haven't lost him yet. Now he's still in your web. I sit on my front porch all the time, and I watch these big spiders, and I don't know what they're called, but they're huge, and they say they're not poisonous, but I won't touch them. They're huge, and I watch them build these big spider webs, and I watch the bees and the gnats and everything fly into this web, and that little spider sits right in the center of that web, and when he's hungry, he goes out and picks him a little bite. You see, that's what these customers are that didn't buy today. They're still in your net because they signed up under your marketing platform. Okay, they signed up under your marketing platform. Sales psychology. Before I get started on sales, and guys, we're going to go so deep into sales, your head's going to explode. And I want it to. Because many of you on here have never sold, or you've never sold correctly in your life. You get by. I want to teach you how to understand people. I want to teach you how to get inside of them and understand what they're doing and know what they're doing. Sales psychology, a basic understanding people and the needs of those you are selling to will help you understand yourself as well as other people. This understanding is fundamental to your success. You have to understand people. If you, my wife and my mother would tell you that they've been with me for 40-something, 50 years. They'll never understand me. But that's just the way it is, you know what I'm saying? But you have to understand people. You have to understand what's going on. If you walk in and Joe's a constant turd, okay, and he's always in a bad mood, you have to know when you walk in there to sell him, that's how he's going to be. And you have to be prepared for that. And you have to get yourself in the mindset how to deal with this guy. The basic understanding of people and the needs of those you are selling to will help you understand yourself as well as other people. Period. That's the basic understanding and fundamentals to your sales success. If you don't understand people and you don't understand how to learn from people and watch people and know where they're coming from and know where they're going and what it's going to take to close them, it's never going to happen, guys. You can't go in for 15 seconds and expect to keep a customer for life. I said this a couple of weeks ago, a blind squirrel crawls over a nut every now and then. And if you're out there making 2 or 3 sales a day and you're not building a great relationship with your customers, and they're dropping out every year, then you did not understand sales psychology, the basic fundamentals of your sales success. Reciprocity. We've practiced this our entire life, okay? Psychological reciprocity. And you have to understand psychological reciprocity. We have lived it, and you don't even know it. Professional salespeople understand the law of psychological reciprocity. They know it, they believe it, they live it, and they know everything about it. This law says that if we give our prospects credit for their intelligence, okay, and I want to tell you something. You could ask some of the people I talk to, some resellers. You know, I struggle with this when I talk to people in this business. I struggle with it because I don't give them credit for their intelligence, especially if they told me they've been with us for X amount of time and they don't know anything. To me, that's just plain lazy. But we're talking about understanding when we first walk into somebody and talk to somebody, we give our prospects credit for their intelligence, then they are mentally, and I want you to understand this, okay? This is extremely important that you understand this concept and this law of psychological reciprocity. They are mentally and morally bound to give us credit for ours. Hey, John, you got a great business here. Well, thanks, Kerry. I appreciate that. Man, it looks like you've worked hard to get where you're at. Yeah, absolutely. Man, I can tell you really know what you're doing. You know what? I've been in this business with my dad for 50 years. I've learned it from the ground up. What just happened? What just took place? I told him that, man, guess what? You are a genius for doing what you've done with this business. Now he is mentally and morally bound to give me credit that I understand what I'm doing with mine. It's just the way we are. It's the way we're built, okay? And like I said, you're going to run across that jerk every now and then, okay? It's going to happen. Kiss him on the lips, thank him, and move on. You know, we know that we must not challenge our prospect's beliefs. If he doesn't believe in any marketing, who are we to tell him that he's an idiot? Well, I do all the time. I should, you know, I go against the law of reciprocity. I don't mind telling people, but do it in a professional way. I don't always say what I say on here. I do it in a professional way. We cannot challenge our prospects, but what we have to do is we have to teach them and educate them why we believe the way we do, and they need to believe the way we do. Why? Because we told him how great he is, right? We shared with him how good he is and, man, what he did with this business. Look where he's at. But now he's got some problems, right? Now he's got some marketing issues. Now customers are going down. The cash register's not ringing as often, okay? But we can't go in there and challenge him about what he believes in his business because we just told him how great he's doing. We tailor our presentations to our prospects' beliefs and desires. We take everything he says. We take the tools that we have. Remember I was talking about bundling a while ago, making that nice little bundle, putting it all in a little ball. This is when we just learn exactly what we're going to say and what we're going to do to get him to buy from us. This law applies as well when you're dealing with people in general. It's kind of like a dog. If you kick a dog off the porch enough times, he's not coming back. He's going to come back for a while. But after a few times, you don't see him anymore. Because you just kicked him and kicked him and kicked him. And this, what I teach you about sales goes along with every single day life. Okay? We give our prospects credit for their intelligence. Then they are mentally and morally bound to give us credit for ours. That's human nature. We're bred with that. Do unto the others as we would have them do unto us. You know, we want people to treat us good, so we're going to treat them good. Does that make sense? And if we treat them good, we expect the same in return. And then we tailor our presentations to fit exactly what we just talked about. What is the first question I ask when I walk into a business? What do I ask? Anybody? Tom Miles? How's business? Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, guys. That's going to get the law of psychological reciprocity on the move, okay? Because he's going to tell me how business is. And now what can I do? And somebody said it a while ago. I kind of fed his ego a little bit. He's going to tell me business. Then I can turn around and say, you know what, Jim? I can see what you've done with this place. It's phenomenal. You know, a lot of businesses in this area. Now, I'm taking what's going on. Okay, I'm taking the situation. I already know that a couple of businesses have closed down, and maybe he's not in the best part of town, but we can drive customers to his place of business through our system. Okay, so but I'm going to kind of build him up. Look, Jim, I can see what you've done. My gosh, you're still alive here, man. You're still doing things right. What we need to do is just fine-tune that and tighten it up a little bit so we can start bringing your customers back to you. And Jim goes, yeah, that's what I need, man. That's exactly what I need. You know, that's what I want. And so we didn't challenge him. We tailored everything we're going to say what he believes and what he desires. Basic human wants and needs. When considering the psychology of sales, it is helpful to understand that people, ourselves included, have basic wants and needs in life. And if we approach sales with prior knowledge and understanding of human beings, our chances of success will be enhanced. If we approach sales with a prior knowledge and understanding of human beings, our chances of success will be enhanced. That's why you need to go in and get to know these people. That's why you need to know how business is going. If he's got pictures of his kids or she's got pictures of the kids and the husband behind the counter, you know that they're family oriented. You want to talk about that. You don't want to walk in the door and just say, hey, here I am. You know, I got a mobile app. Do you want it or do you not? If you don't want it, I'm going on my way. If they buy it, you're not going to be around long, okay? Wants and needs, basic wants, okay? And we're going to be building our sales presentation based on these individuals' wants, his needs, and his DBM, or his dominant buying motive, okay? And I want to look first at the wants and needs that are common to all people. And these are wants and needs that are common to everybody. These are very important tools in understanding human behavior. And you have to understand human behavior, the wants and needs, in order to get the DBM. Human wants and needs in relation to each other. And I got this schematic I found online, okay? A basic want, okay? I want to live and be healthy. That's the most basic want of all time, okay? That is the most basic want of all time. And what do you need for that? Okay, you need a couple of things. You need survival. They're basic needs such as we need air, right? We need air to survive. We need food. We need water. We need shelter, okay? Survival needs have to be met in order for us to be healthy. If you live out in the boondocks under a tree with no food and you're drinking out of a stream, you're going to last a little while. But the elements are eventually going to get you. So we have basic needs, and as the human instinct in us know that we have to survive, and that we know the things that we need to survive. Security. Once most of our physical needs are met, we look ahead at the future safety and security needs that relate to an orderly, stable, predictable environment. We want order in our life, okay? And we have to do those things. You have to have those secure things in your life in order to survive, and those two things go together. And then the next one, I want to love and be loved. This includes the family, love of parents, spouse, children, other relatives, as well as social acceptance, admiration, respect of peers, subordinates, and superiors alike. We want people to love us. We want people to like us. We want people to understand us. And we have to understand that people want to be loved. People want to be cared for. They want to be cared for. And we're all in the same place. How would y'all feel if you came on this call every Wednesday night and all of you speak to me, and I love it when you do that, and I love talking to you. I love you guys like family. But how would you feel if you checked in and I didn't say a single word to you, and all of you said, hey, Carrie, how's your week? How you doing? How your family? Blah, blah, and I never responded. Would you feel like I cared about you at all? Would you feel like I had one little care of you at all? Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't show up every week. I know you wouldn't. Absolutely. And he says, it'd be sad. And you would. If most survival and security needs are met, then social needs emerge. Love and approval, acceptance by others constitute social needs. Social needs include the feeling for others as well as the receipt of those feelings. I know you guys care about me. I can feel it when you come online. I mean, I have many of you tell me all the time, dude, I look forward to Wednesday nights and our time together. And so do I. I love our time together. This is my family time. This is coming together like my grandfather used to do. I'm like my grandfather. He used to sit in his little chair, and us boys would sit around his feet, and he would talk and teach us this stuff every day. He was extremely successful. And I was so dumb back then that I thought, boy, what a waste of time. And I didn't realize that one day in my life that I would look back and thank him every single day for loving me enough to spend that time with me to teach me these things. You see, I wanted to go to his toy store. He wanted to give me knowledge. And that's how he loved me. And I appreciate the day. We had that social bonding, and I didn't understand social bonding back then. But as we get older, we understand that social bonding. Your clients are the same way. Is it easier to buy from a friend or from a stranger? Who would you rather buy from? A friend or a stranger? Absolutely. Someone you care about, and someone that cares about you. If I walked in and didn't care about that person's business, and I just wanted to sell him an app and get out of there and make $150, does he feel like you care about him? Not at all. People want to feel important. And this is, I'm going to tell you, this is me. I'm going to tell you right now, this is me. They want to feel important. I want to feel important. That's why I love these calls so much. It makes me feel important. Everyone wants to feel that they have importance or self-worth. This is my self-worth coming on and teaching you from the knowledge that I've gained in the 50-plus years that I've been on this earth. From my grandfather, from the schools I've been to, from beating the streets, from being a 15-year-old boy standing up in front of all these people and selling that pen. That's my self-worth. That's what I want to share with you, okay? I want to feel important, and that comes from what? And we're all we're all a little bit egotistical. It's just the way it is. We all have an ego. All the needs that make us feel more important fall within the category of ego or esteem needs. And at this level, it becomes increasingly difficult to make exact distinguish between needs. The need to belong and to be identified with a group is just short step from the need for status and recognition by the group. I want to be loved by you. I want to live and be healthy, and living and being healthy to me is spending time with you. I want to feel important, coming every Wednesday night to do what I do. to help you be successful. And I want a little bit of variety in life. You know, without variety, we really don't have anything. And I can be honest with you, I don't have a lot of variety at all. You know, my variety kind of sucks, to be honest with you, because I'm so wrapped up in what I do. But it's said that variety is the spice of what? Variety is the spice of life. Absolutely. Variety is the spice of life. Variety can take many forms, from seeing different places to doing different kinds of work or meeting different challenges. Everyone wants to grow beyond their current horizons. Everybody wants variety. Your clients want to be loved. They want to feel important. They want variety. They can't have variety because their business is terrible. They can't get out of the store. But you know what? You can give them that. You can give them the things to help them live and be healthy. Food on the table because their business is thriving. You can give them all of those things. Want to live and be healthy? I want to love and be loved. I want to feel important. I want a little variety in life. My wants and my needs. My wants and my needs. They kind of go together, don't they? I want to survive, and I want security because I need to be healthy. I want to be socially active, and I need to be loved. Okay? We're going to wrap up right here because I don't want to go over, because I don't want to get into something and then stop. You could take these things that I showed you tonight, and I'm going to say this to everybody that's on here. And this is what I need you to do. First off, let me ask you, did anybody get anything out of training tonight? Did anybody get anything out of what we talked about? Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are kind, man. This, what I'm teaching you now, these things that we're fixing to go through now, I'm telling you, not only will it change your professional life, I'm fixing to change your life, period. Because sometimes we don't know how to search for our own wants and needs, and we don't know how to fulfill those things. This is what I need you, all of you, to do that's in here. You need to start talking this training up amongst everybody you know. I don't care if they're part of this training here isn't about Instant App Wizard. This training can help anybody. If you want to invite your friends to this training over the next 4 or 5 weeks, invite your friends. Because we're going to be talking about sales. Okay? This is what we're going to be talking about. Sales and sales and sales and sales. Want, need, DBM. Okay? Psychological reciprocity. Okay? We're going to be talking about these things. The art of selling is what I'm going to be teaching. Invite every single person you know to these trainings. Now, I'm going to show you something real quick. Any questions on what I went over before we jump over to the platform and I close with something that Mark just put in there? Anybody at all? Thank you all for the wonderful comments. I appreciate that very much. Was the training pretty cut and dry tonight? I mean, I try not to candy coat anything, if you know what I'm saying. I hope it was cut and dry. I won't say what was just put on the screen. Okay, we're in the marketing. We're over in the platform right now, and I'm going to close with this. Mark put a little new thing in here. You know, before, if you looked at, thank you, Andy. I hope everybody I got smarter. I brought back stuff I hadn't used in years. When you used to look at the app on a computer, it looked terrible. Okay, you saw that old ugly app. Well, Mark changed that, and he did it in 2.0. I just got off the phone with him right before training. He's going to go back and look at it and fix it in 1.0. But now when you go in and look on the app on the screen, this is what it looks like. Okay? This is what it looks like. Now, I'm going to make a recommendation since he did this. Okay? If they do not have a web page, yeah, very nice, I know. I told him this is nice, man. This is really nice. Does this not look better than what used to be up there? This is really nice. Okay? Now, this is what happens. Right here, uh-oh, I got a computer fixing to die. Right here is their website. Click here to be transported to the Bodark Bash Commerce Texas 7 desktop website. Okay? Now, what's going to happen is if they've got a website, now don't freak out yet, Ryan. Just put your panties back on. I'm going to show you something to help you out. If they've got a website, they can go to the website from their computer. Okay? They can click on right here and actually takes them to their actual website that you put in there. Now, let me make a suggestion. Okay? Let me make a suggestion. If they don't have a website, what would you like to, what do you need to put right here? Even though you put it in another place. And you need to start doing this for everybody that's got one. Put their Facebook page right here. Yeah. Put their Facebook page. Why? Why would you want to do that? Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Put their because if they're on a computer and they open up their Facebook page, it's going to take them to their Facebook page. Okay? So put their Facebook page here. Now, Ryan nearly had a coronary, so give me 1 second here. If you do not want that turned on, disable desktop preview, okay? And it shows the web app like it used to be. Okay? And I know some of you use this as a website. All right? I know that. I'm aware of that. That's why he put that function in there. So you can turn that off. All right? You can turn that off, and it goes back like it used to be. Okay? Just to show you real quick, you can turn it on. And I recommend you put their Facebook page in there, okay? Or you can turn it off. And it goes back to, yeah, it's just in 2.0 now. He's going to look at putting it in 1.0. I just got off the phone with him like 10 minutes. That's why I was late in getting on. Okay? Any questions on that? Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it looks a lot better than it did, I'm telling you. When I pulled it up, I was pleased, very pleased. Okay? I did talk to him about the address section, about putting some extra phone number blocks in there and some things and some ideas. And he's going to talk to his boss and start making some of that happen in that address section. Putting a picture in there and that kind of stuff so you can use it for your whatever, your directories. Okay? Everybody understand how this works? Ryan, are you breathing again, my friend? He typed no with about 67. He typed no with about 67 zeros on the end of it, or O's. That was funny. Oh, I knew somebody would do that. But anyway, that's a nice feature. That's a that's a real nice feature. I really like that. But and with that said, and I will close with this. I got a new car. The hardest door to open is the car door. Guys, I'm telling you, if you learn sales, you'll never be afraid to talk to anybody again in your life because you're not in there selling anything. You're making a new friend. Okay? You're making a new friend. So, with that said, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Listen, if we have to bump this thing, I'm getting ready. Mark just put a site up for me we're getting ready to change over. Hopefully next Wednesday, if not with no later than 2 weeks. I've got a lot going on with these training series that I'm putting together for you guys, and a lot of stuff happening right now. So we're working on a bunch of stuff. My dog knows it's 9 o'clock. She just walked back here and looked at me. But we're going to continue on this training path. Okay, thank you, Andy. Thank you so much, my friend. We're going to continue on this training path, and we are going to take each and every one of you to a new level. That's my goal. Why? Because I love you, and I care for you, and we are going to make it happen together. I can promise you. This has been a long overdue. But I have so many people say, could you teach me this on the app and teach me this on the app? But, guys, we're done with the app for a while. We're going to learn to sell them. We're not going to sell apps. What are we going to sell? What are we going to sell, guys and ladies and gentlemen? What are we going to sell? We're going to sell the platform. That's right. We're going to sell the marketing platform. We're going to make it happen. I hear you, BK. Brother, I could go for 6 hours on this stuff. I ain't kidding you. I could stand on the stage and talk about this stuff for 52 days. Of course, I would have to have that Bugatti waiting on me at the after the show so I could go do about 200 miles an hour down the road. Janine and Diego said, can you teach me how to clone a Kerry Miller and a Mike Cahill so that I can have them selling for us? You can. You can probably get us both, but I can promise you it's good. You're going to have to boost the price up on them apps. Oh, yeah, Kitty Dutton, your Bugatti. All right, guys. Hey, have a great night, man. I love each and every one of you. It's a pleasure to come out of here on Wednesday nights. And, man, the training's going to get exciting. Put the word out. Tell all your friends. Let's load this thing up with about 500 people every week. And let's get a bunch of people excited. And, shoot, bring your sales reps on board. You know, if you want to start bringing your sales reps on board this particular training, I can kind of fix it to where it's a little bit white label, and we can make some things happen. Okay, they're going to find out eventually it's Instant App Wizard. So maybe you just want to cut the trainings up when you get the videos and do that. Matter of fact, that's a great idea. Download these training videos right here. Cut the Instant App Wizard stuff out of it for your sales reps, and use this stuff. I'm telling you, this is excellent training. Excellent training. All right, guys. Hey, good night, man. God bless each and every one of you, man. It's awesome, awesome, awesome to be a part of your lives. Y'all have a great evening.